So I have bad news. This is the Aston Martin DBS 770 Ultimate, and it is Aston Martin's send-off to the V12 powered DBS. This is their most powerful production car ever, and only 499 of them will ever be produced. The bad news? Well, every single one of the 499 units are already reserved, so even if you had the money, you wouldn't be able to buy it. Now, as I said, this is the final DBS Aston Martin, and no one knows if Aston Martin will build another V12 powered supercar after this one. The reality is that cars with a great big V12 under the hood are on the brink of extinction. With emission taxes going up, electric car companies popping up all over the world, and people building really strong, smaller capacity engines, it seems like there is just no space in our world for a V12 anymore. So this car might not just be the final swan song of the DBS, but also to the big V12. But Aston Martin did one hell of a job on this one. Aston Martin says that the DBS 770 Ultimate is the most powerful production car the automaker has ever produced. Under that long hood lies a 5.2 litre V12 engine producing 759 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. Now you might wonder, if it's called the 770, why does it only make 759 horsepower? Well, the 770 refers to metric horsepower, whereas most companies would use mechanical horsepower. Anyways, I don't want to bore you, so let's talk about how they got this thing to produce so much power. Well, they actually didn't change a whole lot over the normal DBS engine. The engineers and tuners over at Aston raised the boost by 7% and played around with some of the other parameters. The result, a 760 horsepower front engine V12 that goes on to a top speed of 211 miles per hour. Now, how will all of this power reach the tarmac? Well, power is delivered to the rear wheels through a ZF-built 8-speed automatic transmission and a standard mechanical limited slip diff. What does this mean? Well, it means that the car will be able to do some tricks. For instance, now I can't see it being much faster to 60 over the normal one, since power was never the problem. It's more an issue of grip. I think this will have a similar time to 3.2 seconds, which is still really fast. Normally, when you add more power, you need to get better brakes. Well, that's not the case here. The standard DBS ceramics are already up to the task, so they remain unchanged. But Aston did add a beefier front crossmember and rear undertray to boost overall torsional stiffness by 3%, while front end lateral stiffness is up by 25%. The steering also got upgraded by way of a new solid mount steering column that increases both precision and driver feedback. And then lastly, they also tweaked the suspension. Now on to the visuals. The DBS is already a stunningly beautiful car, and I don't know if it's possible to make it any prettier. But Aston Martin sure took a shot at it. Tweaks to the front bumper add an angrier look while also increasing airflow. On the long hood, the emphasis on aerodynamics continues with a massive horseshoe-shaped vent on the clamshell hood. The car also features a new set of 21-inch wheels available in 3 different finishes. Now to the less important part, the interior. I mean, if I had this car, I would just stare at it from the outside. I would probably never even drive it. I might pay someone to go up and down the street so I can watch it go by and make all the wonderful V12 noises. But for the 499 people that bought it and actually want to drive it, on the inside there are standard issue Sports Plus seats, shot with quilted leather and Alcantara. The 770 Ultimate also has special badging and a plate identifying your car's place in the 499 total units. Now I have to say, to me, the interior is a bit meh. It's not anything to write home about. So on to price. No clue, and since all of them are already sold, there's no point in knowing. But let me know down below what you think of the final send-off to the V12 powered Aston Martin. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? And are you sad that the V12 is dying out? I mean, technically, it's more just a thing of loving the technology, since you can make the same power, if not more, from a V8, or even these days with some V6 turbo-powered motors. Like I said, let me know down below. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you did like it, you'll like all the other stuff on my channel, so just go through it, see if there's something else you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?
you.